Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet. Television history was made when these two masked crime fighters met in a historic television crossover. Now, superstar filmmaker Kevin Smith and radio host comedian Ralph Garman join forces with artist Ty Templeton to bring the greatest heroes of the 60s and their famous partners, Robin and Kato, together again. Don't miss this brand new digital comic series co-published by DC Comics and Dynamite Comics, featuring painted covers by Alex Ross. Get the first issue now for only $1.99 on the DC Comics app for iPhone and Android. Read DCEntertainment.com, the Comixology app for Amazon's Kindle Fire, the Google Play Store, and more. Don't miss Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet, #1. Available now.
Yeah. It's me, Bri, here to tell you very quickly about something called Naturebox. Naturebox.com/TESD. It's good food. Good stuff for you. Healthy stuff. Not the crap that, pull out of a vending machine or the convenience store or any of that. The stuff I eat, basically. But Naturebox, you order from them, they're going to give you 50% off their first order and free shipping, I believe. Pretty sure that's part of the deal. And all you got to do is go to naturebox.com/TESD. Now, I have a whole list of, there's the Naturebox commandments, 10 of them, just like, God handed down to old Moses. And one thing that, I don't know, to me it seems like they really do believe themselves to be deities, because I'm not going to bore you with the rest, but it says one of the commandments, say the URL and then spell out each letter with clear enunciation. Now, if it said enunciation, I'd say okay, but enunciation with an A, ANNUNCIATION, that's something different, man. That's the celebration of the announcement by Gabriel, right? Gabriel came down and told Virgin Mary, hey, you're going to conceive, you're going to become the mother of Jesus. It's you, man. You're the chick. Jesus, the Savior. All right? So, let me tell you something. I ate a couple of these things. They sent them to me. I liked them. I like the Country Ranch sunflower kernels. It saves the time of shelling them myself. I'm a busy man, very busy. And the Granny Smith apples, got old dried up apples, dehydrated apple. I like to eat them. I'll sit there and snack and reminisce about my grandmother and how she passed away, and how at the end of her life her face looked like a granny apple, a dried up granny apple of sorts. So come on, this is a no-brainer. If you like good food, they send you a bunch of boxes a month. There's different levels. Just go to naturebox.com/TESD, and you'll get those sweet, sweet deals I mentioned earlier. Okay. If you are within earshot, if you can hear my voice and you are using Hulu on your computer, I want you to immediately shut it off, because you're either deaf, you have comprehension problems that there's really nothing I can do about, nor anyone else, evidently, because you've got to be on HuluPlus.com/TESD. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about binge watching television. I'm talking about binge watching it on your computer, your iPad, your Galaxy, your whatever. You got to see device. Device is all encompassing. That's what we're learning these days. Device. Give me a break. And for $7.99 a month, you're going to get your shows, anytime, anywhere. It's like a quarter a day, man. And there is a quarter a day. Come on. You can find that on the ground. Go out every day, find a quarter, run back home, kick back, watch some Hulu Plus. HuluPlus.com/TESD is going to get you an extended trial. And from then on out, $7.99 a month. That's it. That is it. There is no more for me to say. Christ almighty, just do it.
Oh, he on drugs again, drug head, druggy motherfucker.
Mike Zapsik tried to bed me last night, and I refused.
You would endorse abortion and denounce abortion in the same fucking breath if they were both going to pay you.
Yeah.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. I call this the mobile edition. That's because I'm in a car. I'm with Ming Chen.
Hello, everybody.
This has to be the first time it's ever been me and you on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
I think it might be. I don't remember one case where it's just me and you.
I think when we did the years ago when we did the morning shows, I think there was one incident when it was just me and you.
Yeah, I think actually the very first episode, Walt came in an hour late.
So we're on our way to Boston. We're going to do the Boston Walker Stalker Con. So
You made it. There were doubts.
I know. Who was doubting me?
Most of Twitter.
Why the fuck would they doubt me? Give me one good reason.
Well, I mean, missing 3 cons in a row, that may...
All right. Well, that's 3 good reasons. I don't even know. What is this? This isn't real. I mean, it couldn't be Tell 'em Steve Dave. It's only one of the 3. Is this just a Space Monkeys episode?
This is the Ming and Ming show that we've always dreamt about.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. That would be so hard to keep up for an hour.
I've heard requests for it, but I mean, that would get boring. I don't know if it'd get boring. It'd just be old after like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's best served in small, little, digestible bites.
People love that fucking voice, though.
Not an hour.
People love that fucking voice. Every time we do a Q&A, they're like, come on, go on, do it.
I believe that people in the beginning who hadn't heard you thought maybe you really did talk like that. But now that your fucking voice is everywhere, whether they like it or not.
I mean, I talk whiter than Mike does. So
You're multimedia. Yeah, you do talk pretty white. So we'll use this... we're in Connecticut right now. We'll keep you apprised of where we are, if that matters to anyone. But we'll use this to ask some questions that maybe people wonder about. And best as when Walt isn't here to interrupt and come down on you.
Okay, yeah, I feel more relaxed.
The more relaxed atmosphere, you're not so defensive. And people can get to know the real Ming Chen a little bit better.
All right.
Now, I've known you for 15 years, and I don't even think I know the real Ming Chen. I thought I did, but I can't say for sure.
I mean, I'm a pretty open book, but there are parts of my life I keep. I don't know about private. They just don't really come out until you guys start grilling me, or you see a photo online or something.
Well, that's a good thing about you. Yeah, you don't try to hide anything. You don't come out and tell everyone whether they ask or not. But if asked, you're usually pretty honest, I think.
Yeah, try to be.
I see you as like we were talking about Fargo earlier. If you haven't watched Fargo on FX, I highly recommend it. I'm all caught up. Ming's only up to season 2, but you see the main character, who in the movie was Jerry Lundegaard. In a movie, you can't really follow the evolution of a man from downtrodden to, Jerry never went from downtrodden to taking control of his own life, I didn't think, in the movie. But
no, he was just kind of an asshole and greedy.
Yeah,
didn't like his father-in-law, and
right. Yeah, he didn't see a way out. They never really tell you either, like why he needed that money.
Yeah,
you're left to wonder why he needed the money in the movie. But in the TV show, I'll try not to give any spoilers. I'll avoid them as best I can. But in the TV show, the guy's name is Lester Nygaard. And since you have so much time, you see him develop as a character. And, he starts out sort of downtrodden and then becomes less downtrodden.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Well, I mean, his wife's kind of a harpy bitch. His brother is much better than he is. His
wife's awful. I almost see you as that that Lester character, Ming. not as much as you were downtrodden, but when I first met you, you were a different guy.
I've changed.
Well, physically you've changed. You used to be a little meatball.
I did.
You were were you coming back from California when you first started working at the office?
Back in 2002, yes. I had just gotten off a stint with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon at their Live Planet shingle, their company. And,
why do you think they closed that?
they closed mainly because they had a TV show called Project Greenlight. That was on HBO. That one did pretty well.
Right.
Then they were developing another show called The Runner, where it was basically a show where you would kind of chase people around the country looking for a treasure, and they would go into places and look for clues and shit like that. And it was all going great until 9/11 happened.
9/11 fucked them up?
Yeah, the TV networks thought, well, okay, mysterious people that you didn't know looking for mysterious packages around the world was probably not going to be the best idea, and it was not going to work in the post 9/11 climate. Yeah. So without that project, they lost a lot of money from ABC, and they basically laid off like 80% of their staff because that was going to be the next big thing.
I've often wondered, like, what is the news coverage if an A-list celebrity were to murder another A-list celebrity? I don't think you've seen that in this.
No,
in this world so far, right? Like, let's say Matt and Ben got into a fight,
oh god,
and Ben strangled Matt to death, or like George Clooney. George Clooney was at a party, and he's like, "I can't take Gwyneth Paltrow and her goop bullshit." Pulls out a gun, puts one in her head.
This is for Apple. Bam.
Yeah, I mean, it would be talked about. It would be as if the president were assassinated, I think.
Oh yeah. I wonder why. I guess it's just too high profile. Like, you can't hide it. You're going.
No.
Going to jail. You can't get away with it. So it's not happening.
No.
So it's always it's always like Phil Spector killing a hooker or something. That's what we're left with.
Yeah. The attempted murder of Mary Jo Buttafuoco.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you Affleck owes me a trip to Vegas? Ever tell you that story?
Really? No.
It was when I was working there, and we were both working there, and there was a period where Ben actually came into the office daily. Like he had an office with a nameplate on it,
right? And
he was him in his suit and his hat and his briefcase.
He wore a hat?
Well, no, he didn't. But it was that's my analogy. He was like the Ward Cleaver going to an office every day. It was kind of cool.
So not Willie Loman.
Not Willie Loman.
All right.
And I remember his birthday was approaching, August 15th. And we all got a company-wide email saying Ben's birthday is coming up, and he, as kind of a company-wide thing, wants to take us all to Vegas. You guys have to share rooms. There's a lot of rooms, so let us know who you want to room with, and it'll be like a whole weekend. We're going to stay at. I think we're going to stay at the Palms or some.
Wow.
Or the Hard Rock, one of those baller hotels.
Okay.
So I was pretty excited. There was a buzz about the office, about how great this trip was going to be.
Everyone's like, "Have you seen how excited Meatball is?"
Yeah, look at Meatball, man. Look how excited he is. Like, I hope I don't have to room with that asshole. But so
gotta draw straws.
Yes.
Short straw gets Meatball.
Yes. So I'm excited. I think it was I think it was a Hard Rock. The Hard Rock was a baller casino at the time. He was spending a lot of time there,
right,
playing poker. So I'm looking up like how to count cards and shit.
Well, you were gonna impress your boss?
There was that, and I wanted to win money.
Was there any favoritism? Like, because Kevin recommended you.
He did. He did.
Did Ben ever show you any favoritism? I mean, obviously not, since you weren't one of the fucking 20% who didn't get cut.
I don't know if he showed favoritism at the job, but I definitely got the job. There was a little nepotism. I was working with Kevin, and they were really close at the time. And then I helped Ben out by building him a website when he wanted one. And that's how I got the job. I remember the day I got there, though. I saw the looks from the other people working there.
Like, whoa, an Asian guy?
Yeah, they were like, holy shit, I thought they told me there weren't going to be any Asians here. But I saw the look, and I don't know if the word spread or whatever, but they knew that I got the job because it was not because of what I'd done and, not really any real merit, but because I'd helped them out on a website.
Look who you're talking to. I've never had a job that required that.
I saw the looks, and I could see people kind of like, "What?" They didn't say it outright. Like, you're only here because Kevin.
Really? So you feel like they held it against you?
For For a while,
bit?
yeah, for a little bit. I got
Until
that
they were
feeling.
like, Meatball's all right.
Yeah,
He's
Meatball's
not so
all
bad.
right. Yeah, yeah. But back to the Vegas trip. We're all excited. We're about to go to Vegas, and then I remember flipping on the news one day. It was like Entertainment Tonight or something, and the headline was Ben Affleck goes to rehab.
Oh, really?
And
So that 9/11 didn't kill your Vegas trip.
No, Ben Affleck going to rehab killed the Vegas trip.
Wow.
And, good on him. He went to rehab. It wasn't one particular incident. If you look back, he went back voluntarily. I don't know if there was like a moment of clarity or whatever.
You're not a company man. You don't have to cover his ass anymore.
No, but I
Expose him.
I didn't. I don't know if he grabbed some chick's ass or something while drunk. I never heard of anything
That's hot.
like that happening.
Ben Affleck can do that. Maybe he put his balls on the wrong person's neck.
Yeah, maybe he did.
You never know.
I should have spoke up earlier. I didn't want to kill the Vegas trip.
Yeah, no. He could have sat his balls on your neck for 2 straight weeks as long as Vegas paid off.
Yeah, so he went to rehab for a month. It was during, his duration was during his birthday. He was actually at the same time, there's the same time Muse was, if anybody remembers that story. And Vegas trip got killed, never to be brought up again. But
It was never brought up. So when he got out of rehab, Live Planet was still.
yeah, they were still running, but no one ever brought it up. I guess
because
how
do you think it's like because Vegas is a town of vices, so it's like how do you
Probably.
suggest the guy still go to a
yeah,
place where all that?
I think that was part of it, and I think I don't think anyone forgot about it, but no one had the courage to bring it up. It was like, yo, bitch, you owe me a trip to Vegas. Like,
you
what
should
the
have brought
fuck?
it up, man. Everyone would have been like, Meatball,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
getting you all psyched
I know.
up and
I
shit.
might have.
And then boom, you're done. He's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you know what?
get your shit and get
In
out.
hindsight,
Meatball.
I would have been done a month later, anyways. So,
Yeah,
so,
you wouldn't really have lost much.
Yeah.
So you're taking this opportunity because I know Ben is an avid and ardent Tell Him Steve Dave listener.
Yes.
He'll hear this, so you're taking this moment to call him out and be like, Ben,
Yes.
sorry, but a promise is a promise.
Exactly.
You owe me a trip to Vegas.
Exactly.
All right.
If not every one of the other 30 people you promised.
Well, fuck those people. You're talking about you. Let them get their own podcast and
Oh
fucking
yeah, hell yeah. So
call them out on their podcast. But as far as you're concerned, is Ben on Twitter? Does he do Twitter?
He is not. I don't believe
okay.
so.
So we're going to have to reach him another way if he doesn't happen to hear it on this.
Yeah.
If you know Ben, you're friends with Ben, you see Ben in the streets, tell him he owes Ming Chen a trip to Vegas.
Yeah,
please.
remind him.
Yeah.
Promise is a promise.
Just a gentle reminder.
Exactly.
You don't want to throw him over the edge. Next thing you know, he's like, oh my God, I didn't make good. And then he has a beer. And next thing you know, he's back in rehab.
Yeah, what is it, 2014? So this was 13 years ago. I have not forgotten about this.
Well, why would you?
Yeah.
You should have at least gotten like a little bonus. Like, okay, we can't go to Vegas, but it's going to cost X amount of dollars per person.
Yeah, here you go.
So here you go.
Sorry.
Here's $500.
Yeah.
That rich motherfucker, he could have afforded it.
Oh yeah, he's got fucking Argo money.
Yeah.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, he won an Academy Award, didn't he?
He did 2 of them.
Jesus.
2 of them.
Makes
The other
me
thing,
sick.
the other thing I remember was our company had a huge sponsorship with Sam Adams, and right after that news came out, no more.
No more Sam Adams?
Yeah, they kind of had to drop that.
Wow.
It wasn't, they deemed it inappropriate, I suppose.
When are we going to, as the comic book man, when are we going to get to endorse something? Right now we endorse nothing.
Yeah, I'll endorse anything. Freaking feminine hygiene products. Although, did you?
You would endorse abortion and denounce abortion in the same fucking breath if they were both going to pay you.
Yeah, although something recently came up where there may have been lines drawn. I don't know if you got the email, but we were recently approached by a cigarette company.
Yeah.
All of us, I think.
Uh-huh.
And an email was sent out asking us if we would be open to it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you got that email or not.
I spoke to Jordan.
Yeah.
And she said, I can't remember even what the name of the company was. We won't say it.
It was a foreign company, so it wouldn't be like a big one that you would have known.
But it was the electronic cigarettes, right? Wasn't that it? There's electronic cigarettes.
Electronic, or it may have been real. I can't remember.
Fake tobacco.
Yeah.
Some kind of vape. Was that it? Vape, maybe?
Something like that.
I don't know. No, it wasn't vape. Whatever the fuck it was like a smokeless tobacco. Whether it was electronic cigarettes or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But we were approached, Tell 'em Steve Dave, and my feeling was, well, we don't use this. I don't smoke. I would never use this. I don't really want to endorse putting. It's got to be something. Something's going into you.
Yeah, it's bad. It's harmful.
Clearly, I'm concerned about nothing if not health.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to point any Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners to like, hey, smoke this, unless it's weed.
Yeah. Now,
Or crack.
in the product description, they gave us an out. They gave us that we could have a caveat saying we do not endorse this product ourselves, something like that. That we could.
Right.
That we're advertising it, but we don't use it ourselves, and we don't exactly endorse it. They kind of gave us that out.
Which is really weird. I remember Stern used to do that. Stern would, in the beginning when I listened, I just thought that he believed in everything that because he made you think that.
Yeah.
He was a good salesman, that he believed in these things he was pitching.
Right.
And then sometime, like as time went on, you'd be like, there's no fucking way. Like there's no way he believes in this erection pill or
Right.
some other fucking bullshit supplement. So you guys, I got it, and I said, I don't want to do it. I don't want to sell something that we can't say, yeah, we would use this. I brought it to Walt. Walt said no, so I didn't even have to bring it to
Right.
Gwen, because we always have majority rules
Yeah.
with Tell 'em Steve Dave. Now you and Mike, different story. I'm sure Mike said no immediately.
Mike said
Mike's
no.
a former smoker, right?
Yes, he is. So he knows the dangers.
Right.
I've never smoked.
You've never smoked.
Yeah. So I didn't say no immediately. I gave it some thought. No, I
You
think
were like, it's money.
yeah, at my standpoint, I was like, one, it's money, and two, like, I think most people don't know I smoke, and I was like, all right, if I have that out saying that I don't endorse it, then it's okay, right?
Right.
But the more I thought about it, the more I talked to Walt, I was like, yeah, this probably isn't a greatest idea. But yeah, I did see the dollar signs. I'm not gonna lie.
You were right. So Walt guided you.
Yeah. Well, me and Mike don't have
He's your mentor.
we don't have the fat Naturebox and Hulu money that you guys get. So we're
Hulu. I can't believe everyone on Tell 'em Steve Dave doesn't subscribe to Hulu Plus at this point. Like, who else are we telling? We have it every single week.
yeah.
So I'm just like, if people wanted it, wouldn't they get it by now? Unless I guess they're accounting for new people that listen. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and $7.99 a month. That's
This is a free Hulu spot right here.
oh, is it?
$7.99 a
You
month.
don't have to do
2
it. I
weeks
thought you were
free.
leading into one.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
assuming we do, but it's not.
Okay, well here you go, Hulu.
Yeah. HuluPlus.com/TESD. And I use it, man. I actually use it.
Yeah, I don't see
sit
why
around
people
watching
get
TV.
cable anymore.
Do you have
ridiculous.
cable? Do you have cable TV?
I recently switched to FiOS from Comcast. As Comcast was shit,
That's what I have. Comcast. I hate it.
and the only reason I pretty much have it is so I get the kid channels, so I can so I can keep my kids occupied, and I don't have to.
Oh, I thought you were making a confession. I thought there was gonna be a Tell 'em Steve Dave exclusive, like you watch kids late at night on TV and shit.
No, no. There's no.
Can you say it anyway?
No, I prefer not to. I'll think about endorsing cigarettes, but that's where I draw the line. Pedophilia.
God damn you!
But I do have the shit basic FiOS package where it's like the minimal channels, and and it kind of sucks because you get the whole guide, and you're looking through. It's like, oh, this is freaking Temple of Doom is on, and you try to go to that channel, and it tells you don't get it, and yeah, it sucks. But I think if I didn't have kids, I probably wouldn't have cable. Oh well, I do have cable so I can watch AMC, so I can watch my own. If I didn't have my own, let me rephrase that. If I didn't have my own TV show, I would not have cable. It's the only reason I have any kind of pay TV. But otherwise, yeah, you can get anything you want, basically. Netflix and Hulu.
Sorry, I'm sitting here eating donuts while we're talking. I watched Glengarry, Glen Ross the other day.
Oh, so good.
I was tweeting with Troy about it. Not tweeting, texting back and forth.
Our buddy Troy Alden.
Talking, yeah, he's awesome. We did that sound insincere?
What's that?
He's awesome.
Oh, I love him.
I feel like that was
No.
dismissive. Yeah, I didn't mean it that way.
No, you don't hand out compliments lightly. So
No, I love that guy. But we were texting back and forth about it, and just if you haven't seen Glengarry, Glen Ross, shame on you. and you should.
It's probably on Hulu, so freaking get it.
It's probably on Hulu Plus. So just go check it out since you've definitely subscribed already. And I mean the writing, the delivery, there's just what a fucking great movie. Just Pacino at the end, Ricky Roma as he's dressing down Kevin Spacey. Like I don't think in the history of cinema has there been a bigger dressing down of any character than this moment where Al Pacino shits all over Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that's a great scene. Everyone points to the Alec Baldwin.
Everyone points to the Alec Baldwin, which is awesome. Yeah, but that scene is as good, if not better, I think.
Yeah.
Just a fucking line. Whoever told you could work with men? You fairy. You company man. It's fucking fantastic. And that's old Al Pacino. That's not a new, like, great ass fucking Al Pacino, you know?
Great ass from Heat.
Oh, it's fucking, it hurts. All right, okay, so originally we're talking about the, how Ming got his groove back. And so you're Meatball Chen.
Meatball Chen, yeah.
You show up to Jersey.
Yes, I work full time with you guys. You guys are packing boxes in the office.
Yeah,
I get my own office for the first time, like a real office, not a cubicle.
Mm-hmm.
Working with Kevin Smith full time.
That'd be a dream because you came from just doing a fan site, right?
I did. I made a fan clerks website back in 1995.
Like you had that is such a combination. 95. Yeah. That is a combination of nerddom,
yes,
and even more nerddom because not only do you have to love something that much that you want to make a website about it,
yeah,
you have to be able to do the website,
right?
Which in 95 was not easy. Like today, they have all kinds of companies, like Wix, I think it is. I always see on TV. It's like,
oh yeah,
any fool can design a website.
2 minutes.
What's that?
Yeah, you could put up a website in literally 2 minutes.
Yeah, and back when you were doing it in 95, it was way more difficult.
Back then, it was like dark rooms. You had to meet the right people. It was like
you had to do things.
Yeah. I had to suck off a couple like computer engineers, but it paid off, man. Look at me now. It worked out.
Look at you. Meatball no more. The Ming Chen story.
I know. Sucking geek cock. It definitely worked out.
Now you're the fucking dude. Now you're the fucking geek getting his cock sucked.
Yeah, by other geeks.
By other geek dudes.
Other male geeks. But hey, at least I'm on
That's what you worked for.
Yeah.
That's what you fucking
on the
dreamed
receiving
of.
end now.
You always want to be in that position.
Yeah, the right combination of things happened. And
so do you ever think like, wow, instead of designing Kevin Smith websites, I should have been like looking into companies to like buy stock in, and I could have been maybe a fucking multimillionaire by now?
I think if I were to be taken back in time to that exact point,
yeah,
instead of doing, that's too much work. Instead of doing all that, what I would have done is started buying domain names. There was a period back then.
That would have been a good idea.
Where signing up for domain names was free.
Oh, jeez.
And if I had the foresight, I would have bought shit like cars.com and business.com and
JaneSilentBob.com.
JaneSilentBob.com and TellHimSteveDave.com, fucking Smodcast.com. I would have started buying all that shit because a lot of those people who did have that foresight made out.
You didn't even have that foresight when fucking Kevin needed it. What was the name of the website?
It was Smodcast.com.
Yeah, you didn't even get it when there was like before Smodcast.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this will never last. And some asshole company bought it and we had to buy it back for a princely sum.
Jeez.
And, I mean, to be fair, neither did you. So
that wasn't my job, though.
No.
Oh, tell him Steve Dave.
Yeah,
You mean? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, again, like
pay that idiot,
dude. 4 years later, it's touch and go with us. You never know when we're gonna fucking just suddenly decide to not do it anymore. So back then, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Get him, Steve Dave would have more fucking foresight than us.
That's
a little dickhead.
Hard to swallow.
Because I think back to like when we got our first computer. We had AOL, of course, and it would take like anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes to get online.
Yeah, you had to dial in. Remember that?
Dial in, yeah,
Modems
and it would make
shit.
the modem noise, and it would take a little while for it to finally hook up, and then you would get hooked up, and then without, like, if somebody called, it would boot you off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Oh,
call
God.
waiting.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
was so
that.
fucking irritating.
Do you remember the first porn site you ever went to?
That I don't remember now.
Wow, because I would have thought you. I mean, I know me certainly. It's the first thing I looked for.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm not and never really have been that big into porn.
No.
No, not movies, not internet. Like even now, like I mean, now I'm too old. I don't really look at much porn online. But even back then, like when I was living alone in my house, like even then, I don't know. For some reason, I'm not against it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't hold much of an attraction for me. Like if I'm gonna jerk off, I don't look at something. I'll just conjure up images of Sherry Archinoff. Wait, what did I say that out loud? Huh?
Yeah, or Jackie Zabielski. Yeah.
Kazzy,
Yeah.
the chick from Montreal.
I wouldn't say I had an addiction, but I've
Porn
looked
addiction, really?
I've looked at a fair amount of internet porn. It was just so easily available that why not? Especially if you're alone on a Friday night.
Which you were, for sure. You know what I think it is. I've never been a fan of polished porn.
Okay, that's my favorite part.
Oh,
man.
I hate it. If I'm going to watch porn, it's going to be amateur. It has to be all amateur. People, of course they have to know they're being filmed.
Sure.
Like I'm not,
Yes.
Like that's on the checklist of things that like they got to at least know. But to me, two people who made a tape for themselves, who never in a million years thought that like some fucking fat sweat hog from Jersey was going to be sitting home,
Right.
looking at his laptop and be like, "Oh, I wonder who these two are.
Yeah.
Who's this girl who like sent a video to her boyfriend and then the jerk off boyfriend put it on, exgirlfriends.com or whatever the fucking site is, which is really shitty. That's one thing I would like. I've been really mad at girlfriends in the past that I've had a compromising video.
Oh
or
yeah,
photo.
but I would never.
Yeah. I'm not like patting myself on the back.
No.
But it's to me that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
is
I just
put
wouldn't
something
do it.
like that
I
out
just
there.
wouldn't do it.
And sometimes people aren't even mad at the girl or the guy.
Yeah, they just do it.
They just do it because like I have it. Oh, what the fuck? I'll put it up on this girlfriend site. But like there are people that's like they'll send it to their parents and try to ruin people's lives.
It's not cool.
Shit like that.
It's not cool. I remember watching an internet clip though. Two people doing it, guy and a girl,
Right.
and all of a
Hope
sudden,
so.
yeah. Well, there's girl too.
All right, there
There's
you go.
you
He's
know,
trying
two-
to fucking
two guys and a girl, two girls and a
trying
guy.
to flush you out.
I'm just clarifying. And they're going at it, and all of a sudden I look, they have this TV on behind them, and I look closer. I was like, wait a minute, and it's they're
It's comic book men.
yes, holy shit! It was Dogma. They were watching Dogma.
Was
while
it
they were
really?
Doing it. Yeah, I don't know why Dogma was on, but they were
Or why anything's on.
Yeah, but I was like, I thought that looked familiar. It's Dogma was on in the background.
Yeah. That's if I'm gonna watch porn, which is pretty rare, that's it. I like amateur type stuff. So if you have amateur type stuff you want to send to me,
Yeah, you can tweet
tell him Steve Dave.
at Tell him
here.
Steve Dave.
Yeah, at Tell him Steve Dave. I don't know if I'll see it. I'm still in the middle of my my internet ban.
Oh, you're bad. I'm proud
my
of you, dude.
boycott.
Proud
Yeah,
of you.
I've only seen a couple things since I
Proud of you,
started
man.
my boycott.
I'm
I read the entire Stephen King book. Mr. Mercedes came out last week,
yes.
so I did that instead of going on the
They're
internet
hanging on
looking at
HuffPost
stupid
and
shit. Well, you were saying I did see one thing because HuffPost I can't even go
Oh, God,
to.
yeah.
It makes me want to hang myself.
Right.
But you were saying I did see a small story about Tracy Morgan getting into an accident,
Yeah.
pretty serious accident.
In Jersey, no less.
Yeah, his writer or his I think they said his writer got killed in the accident, and he got pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And you said TMZ had a video of him getting carried out of the car.
Yeah, it must have been somebody who had pulled over, or I don't know, someone who was at the scene, and I think it was a cell phone video
Right.
of the EMT or the rescue staff pulling them out of the car, and they're all fucked up and they're unconscious. Yeah, and I think a family member saw it and said it was tacky, and then it spread to celebrities. Yes, a bunch of celebrities came out and tried to get TMZ to pull it down.
Now, you
Think it
mentioned
was
Dax
tacky.
Shepard and Kristen Bell. Who else did you say?
I can't remember who else. I know Dax Shepard was definitely one of them. But they deemed the clip tacky and hurtful to the family.
Of course it is, but here's my fucking problem. It's like, yeah, but it's hurtful and tacky for everybody. Why the fuck? Like, you see this shit everywhere. Like, car crashes.
Yes.
Live, people, like, live death. People getting killed.
Yes.
People getting hurt. Why do you fucking think that Tracy Morgan deserves any more privacy than the next guy? Oh, because they're a celebrity? Dax Shepard?
Yeah.
Kristen Bell? Who I know our buddy Dan is friends with.
Yes.
But still, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking irritating. Would they come out like, say Ming Chen, God forbid, Ming Chen and Brian Johnson fucking roll over on their way to...
Yeah, we're driving here. I'm driving carelessly because I'm an Asian driver.
Yeah. We got an Asian driver behind the wheel. Next thing you know, we get fucking smushed underneath a rig. Now we're both dead. Somebody throws up the clip on TV. On TMZ. I fucking guarantee if they're like flipping around on whatever Hollywood liberal websites they're on, like HuffPost say, and they see like a comic book, two of comic book men's cast dead, car crash thanks to Asian driving. There's no fucking way they come out against it.
No.
Are they saying we're smaller? We're not as important as
I think
celebrities as a Tracy Morgan?
I think that would be implied, yes.
That ain't right.
Yeah, so not cool.
In fact, I demand a fucking apology from the both of them.
I agree.
I think if you happen to see Dax Shepard or Kristen Bell, Louis C.K. asked them too.
Really? Yeah, I guess.
Louis C.K. has lent his voice, or more accurately, his tweets. Everybody with their tweets.
Yep.
Everyone changing the world with their tweets.
It's easy.
To a campaign asking TMZ to take down video of the car wreck that critically injured Tracy Morgan. Artie Fuqua, who I saw, I realized he was one of the comics at the Chris Rock show that I saw.
Oh, the show we went to, yeah.
Yeah, good comedian, really nice guy, really fucking friendly guy. I talked to him a little bit afterwards. Fuqua's daughter asked the site to take down the video, which showed her father being pulled unconscious from the wreckage. I need help to get TMZ to remove the video of my dad being pulled from the truck. I get it, but it's like, it's public information. Like,
yeah, it's not like...
I'm sorry, but like, don't go to TMZ then. Do what Bry's doing,
Right.
Little Fuqua girl.
Yeah, freaking take a ban
totally
from
get
the internet.
I wouldn't want to see it. This is something no one should ever see. It's hurtful and distasteful. This is hurting my heart so bad that this video is posted for all to see. No one should see my father this way. Louis C.K. followed with a series of tweets. You're all crashing the link to story. TMZ has video footage of my friends Tracy and Artie in a terrible crash. They're in ICU. Artie's brave daughter asked them to take it down. They won't. Please don't go to TMZ to watch the video. Ask them to it's a whole bunch.
Which had the opposite effect. Everyone went to go see it.
Dax Shepard. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they did. TMZ is our worst cultural offering. Just a click
Duh.
below, ow, my balls. I don't get that. I don't think Dax Shepard is very funny. But, little Fuqua girl, little Artie Fuqua daughter, totally understandable
Sure.
that it's like upsetting to see your dad being pulled out of a car wreck. Thank God he's alive.
Yes.
On TMZ. But where were you before? On every news site across the fucking world, ever since fucking Lil Meatball was back making websites when the internet first started, they've been doing this. So why is it that Artie Fuqua, who I've gone on record as saying I enjoyed his performance and he was a friendly guy, why is he different? Why is it brave even to ask for the video to be taken down? I don't understand why
it's
that's
not.
brave.
It's not brave.
I think brave's tossed around a little bit too loosely in this situation.
A little bit, especially in the end. You're talking about TMZ, like you know, it's all
TMZ
garbage.
should be gone altogether. TMZ is that's one thing I do agree with.
They ain't going anywhere.
I do agree with Dax Shepard. That Walt's talked about it. That TMZ TV show with them all sitting around, fucking
like,
thinking,
how about this?
Oh Christ, they think they're so fucking funny.
It's terrible.
Oh, it's the worst.
terrible.
It's the worst, man. I can't stand that fucking site. I'll never be famous enough to be on it. which
Yeah,
is
don't
good
speak
because
so soon, man.
they would just take a picture of me. They're like, "Hey, this bikini body isn't fucking ready for the season."
I would love that. As I hear Johnson leaving Nobu
Yeah, and
in West Hollywood, I would love that.
No, they would have to catch me like on the beach, and I'm like, I'm drinking a giant slushy and fucking like stupid look on my face because I'm caught off guard.
Yeah.
But for Christ Almighty, like Louis C.K. if you and Little Fuqua, if you want to lend your voice, how about like no one
Yeah.
is put up on online? No one wants to see that shit. Like nobody wants to see. Everybody on there, everybody you fucking see, pretty much is someone else's relative. It's someone else's dad.
Yeah.
It's someone else's sister, brother, father, mother, grandmother, fucking little kid, whomever. And that shit is fucking everywhere. So if it's in bad taste for Tracy Morgan and Artie Fuqua to be up there, it's in bad taste for everyone. So how about that? How about we just stop looking at that shit altogether?
Right. Exactly.
Right? I'm brave.
You are.
Where's
you're
Louis
taking
C.K.?
You're taking you're better than Louis C.K.
Oh, well, I was like, I carried away. Walker Stalker Con in Boston.
Yes.
Why not come out and see us? You say a lot of people are going to be there, right? A lot of fuck us. I mean, there's a lot of Walking Dead people.
Yeah, 22 current and former cast members.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Is your buddy Glen going to be there?
My buddy Glen, Steven Yen, is going to be there.
Yeah.
Good guy. Cool guy. We always get into conversation about how
What about Daryl?
he was supposed to be there. He was
Jesus.
scheduled to be there. They're going to have a whole... I don't know if you've seen the movie Boondock Saints. Very big,
yeah.
very popular movie. They were going to do a whole screening and Q&A with him and the other two guys.
He
And
was in that?
He was in that, yeah. Yeah, he
Wow.
was definitely in that. He was a major character.
I saw that a really long time ago. Actually, the thing that better than Boondock Saints is the documentary about it, right?
Yes.
Which is what's it
I
called
can't
again?
remember now.
All right, I'll look that up for
Yeah.
all you good people while we're.
Yeah, people love that movie. I mean, I like it. I think it's a good movie.
Muse
but
loved it. I remember Muse loving it.
yeah, there were some people who like their lives revolve around that movie. So that would have been a cool event, and I don't know why, but he had to back out. I think I don't know. Maybe he was. I think they're shooting right now, or I don't know. For some reason, he had to back out.
Really?
But that would have been cool.
I met him at the. I was with you.
Yeah.
You and Kevin. We met at the upfront. Now this time, at the upfront,
Yes.
it wasn't the same. Mike wasn't invited.
No, it was.
He went
so
apeshit.
I gotta. Yeah, let's talk about that. I actually wanted to talk about it. So I got an email saying from AMC asking if I would come to the upfronts, which is a big party that they do for their advertisers, and they tend to invite people from their shows, and it's a nice schmooze fest. So they invited me, they invited Kevin, and later on they were informing me, there's like, oh, it's just going to be you and Kevin. Nobody else is invited. Which I was like, okay, no big deal.
Right.
I felt a little bad. I was like, yeah, they should invite everybody if they're going to do it. But for whatever reason, they just wanted me and Kevin there. So I was all right. I didn't ask
Now,
you
who
how
said
you.
this?
One of the people works at PR and AMC.
All right.
So-
I'm gonna have to take him to task.
Yeah. So I think I don't think I knew initially. So I asked you if you guys got the invite. You guys were like, no, we didn't get invited. So I was like, all right. I didn't know how you felt about it. You got to go last year, so I didn't think you felt too bad
No, I
for
didn't
not
care.
being invited. And I know Walt Walt could care. Walt was probably glad he didn't get invited.
Yeah, I mean, it all it did was spare him ignoring the email, I guess.
Yeah.
I did hear later on though Kevin saying something about I can't remember where I heard it, maybe on Smodcast, but it's just like, come on, you're AMC, you don't want Brian Johnson there. Well, what's that supposed to mean? I was there the year before. I'm good enough to be on the show.
Yeah, basically what they do is they put you in front of their advertisers and potential advertisers.
Right.
And you get to hang out with them, you talk to them. I think part of it is kind of a thank you to current advertisers. And thanks for spending millions of dollars with us.
Here, hang out with Ming Chen.
Yeah, hang out with Ming Chen, a comic book man. How cool is this? And the other part is to kind of woo potential advertisers. So, I mean, I guess it was implied that they didn't want you saying the wrong thing, perhaps. And
I didn't say the wrong thing before.
No.
What, do you
No.
think that's what they think of me? That I say the wrong thing?
I'm based on how you are on the show. There's a possibility that you may offend.
I'll tell you what. Next year, I'm going to crash it in blackface. See how they fucking like me then.
That's exactly the thing they're afraid of. They're afraid you might say the wrong thing to say Victoria's Secret. The head of marketing of Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah,
That's
they
a
were
lot-
there.
They were. I did meet representatives from Victoria's Secret. I met
Were
representatives.
they hotties or were they guys?
There were some hotties. Yes,
Yeah?
there were some hottie ladies there. I got to sit with.
I watched Transformers 3: Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
It has that girl in it. She's a Victoria's Secret model.
Oh yeah, not Megan Fox, but the other one. Yes,
The other one. Holy shit, man.
Miranda Kerr, maybe. I can't remember.
No, it wasn't her. I'll look it up while
Okay.
we're talking. The name of the documentary is Overnight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's better than the movie. It's fucking amazing. But holy shit, can this girl not act?
She wasn't there to act, my friend.
She wasn't.
But even Megan Fox had.
Megan Fox can't act either. Neither can fucking Shia LaBeouf.
No, he can't.
He Rosie Huntington Whiteley.
Okay. Yes, very beautiful woman.
So
Very
bland.
beautiful woman.
Terrible. See, they don't want to hear this kind of stuff. They don't want the fucking realness I'm serving up.
No,
Fucking
AMC.
piping hot.
Yeah, so I think they may have been afraid.
All right,
So,
fuck them.
But yeah, one of us was visibly upset at not
Yeah.
being invited. I think.
What was it?
Actually, last year, to preface this, it was just you and Kevin invited. None of us were invited.
Right.
I made it in because Kevin made me. He asked me to pick him up from the airport, and on our way there, he was like, "Hey, you want to come? You might as
Right.
well. You're here." So I got in. I was wearing like a t-shirt and like sweatpants. So
Can't believe I made such a poor impression the year before that I wasn't
Yeah,
invited back for a second here.
I suppose.
Do you think third season I said more fucked up stuff? And they're like,
No, I don't. No, I don't think so at all.
yeah, I think I could handle myself. Anyway, I didn't care.
So yeah,
Somebody did.
Mike was visibly upset.
What did he say? So he goes to you.
He went to me. He was.
That
like,
was this post.
I think right before he was like, who invited you? And I told him, and I believe he wrote an email asking why it was just me and Kevin.
Whoa.
And, it was.
Did he get an answer?
I think it was explained to him as like, well, we only Kevin and Ming were the only two people from the reality side of AMC to be invited. Like everybody else, like they were pushing their newer shows. Turn.
Still though,
Walking
that
Dead.
doesn't answer his question.
I suppose didn't really.
It's like
answer
all
his
they did
question.
was answer the question with something he already knew.
Yeah,
the exact thing that was bothering him.
Right. I don't know if they actually gave him an answer, but
There was no satisfactory answer.
Yeah, he was. I think he was. He's still upset.
Still?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he's still upset. And, I felt bad, but I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Don't take it personally. I don't think it was anything personal. I think it, because when I got there from the reality side, it was me, it was Kevin, and it was Gene Simmons.
Joe, you three were the only three from.
Yeah, they didn't have anybody from, say, Small Town Security or
Well,
Freak
Christ
Show.
Almighty! I mean,
Or
you see their ratings, right?
yeah, but sure, they're not comic book man ratings.
That's nuts.
Next to them, I suppose we could be described as, say, juggernauts, but not relative. Take it relative. Like
Relative, of course. Do you think there's no way they get paid as much as us, right?
that. I don't know.
Do you think so?
I don't know.
That would be crazy.
I think Chief. I wouldn't be shocked if Chief. Not saying that we're swimming in it either.
We're not.
We're
but
not. Let's.
That we got to launch an investigation. We have to get somehow we got to break into AMC's. Well, you could do that. You're a hacker.
I am. Yeah, just so we could pull up that spreadsheet.
Yeah,
Says
pull it
how
out
much
and see how
everybody
much
gets paid.
everyone's getting paid. Let's say we like I did it. Somehow I've been practicing hacking on the side,
Yeah.
right? And you found out that you and Mike were getting paid 10% less than me and Walt every week.
No, 10%. I wouldn't be upset. You guys,
Really?
I think you did. Yeah, I think Walt definitely is putting in a huge effort. We're to the point where if you listen to the show, you know how Walt is.
Yeah, he's doing some serious heavy lifting because it's so inorganic to his.
Oh
being,
God, yeah.
Where to sit there and just throw stupid shit out and make fun of people
Yeah,
is hardly even work.
Yeah,
for
there
him.
are times where I'm like, thank God for Walt. The show is much better because of him and what he's doing. It's
Yeah.
much better because of what you were doing. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset.
You think Mike would be
It was
upset?
like, yes, I think Mike would be upset. I definitely do. Yeah, if it was like 50% more, like maybe I would question it a little bit.
50%. Yeah, you think you would say something?
Would
Well,
I
if
say
I were
something?
the hacker, I probably wouldn't tell you.
No.
But
don't
I
think
left.
you would.
Let's say
But
I
if-
left
if
my.
I found it,
I left my spreadsheet behind on the poker table one day,
yeah, I
and
would.
you're like, what's
I was
this?
like, what's this? And
Would you bring it up to me?
I would. I might. I would mention it. Yeah, I'm like, why?
I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Ask them.
it's not my fault. I don't write the checks. But
And then
it's
you
fun-
found out that me and Walt fucking were gonna have you killed, so Mike didn't find
Yeah,
out.
it's funny you bring this up because this actually happened at Live Planet
Get out of
when I
here!
was working there.
Wow.
A dude I was working with who worked in the ID department.
So much scuttlebutt coming from the live
He
planet.
stumbled upon a spreadsheet which listed everybody's salaries, and he found out he was getting paid much less than a lot of people did.
Who found this
including,
out?
Including me, one of the head of the IT department.
So the head was getting paid less than his workers.
Then not his workers, but a lot of people who worked there
Uh-huh.
and who he felt maybe did not do as much as he did.
Wow. Did he get pissy?
Yes, he was. I think from that day on, his attitude turned. Where,
Really?
Yeah, where he would. I would see him visibly upset after that, day after day, and then that's a touchy subject,
Sure.
especially in in any company. I wouldn't.
Did it have Matt and Ben's salary on there?
No, it didn't.
No. I read something in the New York Post a week ago or so, and I guess J-Lo, Jenny from the Block, she performed recently in her neighborhood. I can't remember what the section is called of the Bronx where she lived, but I guess she performed, and that's the first time she's performed since she's been famous or
Yeah.
whatever. And they said she was met with some booze, and they had some guy who was like, he was 25, and he was quoted as unhappy with J-Lo because she forgot where she came from. She, despite her Jenny on the Block claims,
Right.
Jenny from the Block, that why doesn't she give more money to the community, or why doesn't she give any money to the community? And I'm just like, why the fuck would J-Lo hand you guys money?
Yeah.
But why? It makes no sense.
No.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
This goes back to your whole claymation movie and giving money to the Wayne Foundation. And,
Yeah,
like,
it's
what
just
the-
like you start to wonder about people. I even saw one of my online nemesis complaining about it and saying, why couldn't you guys just break off 10 grand? Way to be bigger assholes,
the
dudes. And I'm just like, oh, really? Because you know how much everything cost.
Yeah.
Because 10 grand is nothing, of course. And it's like, I want to see your fucking tax return. I want to fucking see where you donated X amount
Yeah, 'cause they
of
did.
your income. Because you
if they
fucking
did, they
didn't.
wouldn't be-
Because you sit there with your big fucking lip flapping, judging everybody else, judging us. Way to be way bigger assholes, dude. Fuck you,
Yeah.
lady. Fuck you.
You ever made a sizable donation to any charitable causes?
Have we?
No, well, have you personally?
Oh, have they? Have I personally?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have many times. I told Walt, World Wildlife Fund and Nature Conservancy. Those are the ones that I like to give money to.
That's
Bitch, I've saved tigers. I've
yeah, the
saved
panda bears, man.
rainforests.
They got freaking panda
I've-
bears. Make sure they could fuck and reproduce, man.
You don't
That was-
want to know. I have certificates of I own X amount of rainforest
Yes.
because I donated to save it. I would really like to get down there and chop down some hardwood so I can build a couple tables.
Yeah, you know the
And sell 'em
problem
at the
with
market.
donating money, to, especially to big foundations like that, is every year they'll start. They keep hitting you up for more every
It's
year. They
nonstop.
They
it's
send the letter.
Dude, it's nonstop.
They send the letter like that one time was not enough. I remember back when I was working for Live Plan, I was getting I was getting some good money, and I donated $500 to my church. They were rebuilding, they were building an addition or something.
Yeah.
And I had felt blessed at the time, so I was like,
Little
why
did you
not?
know.
I gave him $500, and they had sent me a thank you letter, and right at the top was it said, "Dear Miss Chen, thank you very much for the $500 donation. This will go very extremely far in making our goal happen," or whatever. I'm like, come on, man.
So
They
you
couldn't
didn't,
even-
just like throw it in the collection plate like 500
No,
singles?
I should. Yeah, I sent them a check and all that, and they couldn't even get my gender right.
That's pretty
Like,
fucked
freaking
up. Oh, they never know. They think you're a lady boy
Dear
or
Miss
something.
Chen, they couldn't even call the double check or something.
Did you wish you had that money back after
yeah,
that?
I kind of did. And I was like, come on, wasn't cool. But,
Nah, that's not cool at all.
all right, so the big question last week, as I was going up to Niagara Falls, was whether or not Brian Johnson was going to make it up, whether he got his passport renewed.
I was fucking pretty disappointed about that because I really wanted to go to Niagara. I really wanted to go to Houston too, but I fucking these last couple.
Now, to be
trips
fair
of-
about Houston, you were you actually did get really sick.
I was
You told
very
me.
sick. Yeah, for anybody showing up and saying like this fucking fat ass, he couldn't like. How hard can it be to get on a plane?
I
and
was
just
one
go
of them. I'll
somewhere?
admit, like that whole
Yeah.
thing that you talked about on Tell 'em Steve Dave about me being upset. Like I wasn't throwing shit or anything, but there was a part of me that was like, "Bitch, get on the plane, take some Advil, and get over there." But
Yeah,
you were more sick than that.
I was
come to
really
find
sick.
out.
Yeah, I got up to I don't know. I can't remember if I told this on Tell 'em Steve Dave. I don't think so. But I got to the airport. I got to JFK. I went and I parked my car. I took the shuttle to the airport. I
Yeah.
checked in and I'm in the security line, and I'm so sick. It was like I can't control my stomach. I can't control the contents, and I'm like, I have to get out of line, and I go like, try to like pretend I'm doing something and cover up the fucking garbage can
Yeah.
so I can throw up in it. And I get back in line, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, there was a lady who like would direct you to one of the
the
security
TSA
lines.
agent or
Even she
whatever.
was like, she goes, "You don't look so good."
Yeah, and those people are traditionally very heartless. If you,
Yeah.
they show no emotion. So
Yeah,
she's-
and she said I didn't look so good, and I was like, I don't know if I should do this. And I was like, what do you think I should do? I'm asking this lady
really, you're talking
what
to
I
the
should
TSA
do.
lady?
Yeah, I was like, what do you think I should do? And she was like, I don't know. I wouldn't. Because my thing was like, all right, let's say I get on the plane. It's only a couple hours.
Yeah. But I mean,
But-
that'll feel like an eternity if you're sick.
Yeah, I'm like, so am I going to throw up in the plane? Am I going to be that spectacle?
Yeah, you're all freaking hovering and shit, shivering and shit like that kid and that dude in Outbreak, the beginning of Outbreak.
I was like fucking Homer when he kept eating that sub and shit.
Yeah, so cold, so cold.
I'm like, how could I ever be mad at
I
you?
would be mad at you.
And so I was like, fuck it, I guess. Because if I can't even imagine the plane for 2 hours, how am I supposed to go do a con for the next 4 days?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. And I went
Sorry.
back to the...
Sorry.
Oh, it
Sorry,
almost
shit.
happened,
Yeah,
man.
no.
We
I
almost
fucking
died.
Flipped over. Sorry, continue.
Some speeding, some white girl going fucking 90 miles an hour. I find white girls are very aggressive drivers.
Oh yeah, they are.
Young white girls are like,
think-
get the fuck out of my way.
I think they take their anger out on.
I believe so, yeah. So I said, fuck it. I took the shuttle back to the car place. They're looking at me like, what the fuck, dude? And then he was like, he felt bad, but he's like, I can't give you your money back for the day. It was like $25.
Yeah, it's like,
but
all
he
right.
gave me a free parking card. And
For the next time you come.
yeah, for the next time I go. And then I went back to Jersey, and I fucking literally slept almost the next 2 days because I was so fucking sick. And I was sick for like most of the rest of the week.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, you
After
had to
that-
get heavy duty antibiotics and shit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did 2 rounds of them. So anyway, that's a story of me being sick. I know it's really exciting.
Well, we were worried, and yeah, part of me was, I was upset. I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
Oh, he on drugs again, drughead, druggy motherfucker. Cost me money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I felt bad. It was a really good con, too. I think.
well,
don't-
I wanted to go down. I wanted to meet up with my buddy Rusty Cooley.
Oh, Rusty.
Yep, good old Rusty. So yeah, that's the story of.
Yeah, I was upset. Mike was upset.
Mike was beside himself. He
was
still
beside
hadn't
himself.
recovered from not getting invited to the upfronts.
Yeah, he was
and
still.
now this.
He was. Yeah,
What's
now
the guy
this
supposed
just,
to do?
like, salt. Definitely sea salt in the wounds. But Niagara. Passport problem.
Passport problem. Yeah, and I heard it was pretty fun. How How did Walt do? That's
Well, here's the
really
thing
what
about
I'm wondering.
Walt is he's got that poker face. So I truly don't know if he had a good time. I truly don't know how he felt. I was hoping you guys would talk about it so I could actually get some kind of answer. Like I don't grill him, and even if
Right.
I did, I don't know if he would give me a straight answer. Yeah, I mean the odd part about this con was he kind of set it up. There's a dude who I think kept emailing him about it,
Right.
and basically the only reason he went was because his family wanted to go, and so he bit the bullet and left Jersey and actually went to a con, and I know he doesn't exactly enjoy the experience of
Right.
people coming up to him and
He hates it.
yeah, and people shelling out money and telling him how great he is, and
He doesn't like to hear it. Yeah.
yeah, but to his credit, he's a guy that says that if he's gonna show up somewhere and he says he's gonna come, he will, and he did.
Yeah, look at
and,
me.
And yeah, you're the exact polar opposite. And he was there on time, and he stayed until it was time to go. So, but I think the thing he hates even more is doing panels, doing Q&As.
He does. Well, that's some people wonder why we don't do more Tell 'em Steve Dave live, and that's pretty much
You can
because,
point right at him.
Yeah, he doesn't like to do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like live shows. He doesn't like people. He doesn't like being like that, the focus of that many people.
Yeah.
Like on a personal level, it doesn't even occur to me. I don't mind. I don't feel nervous when I'm up there. I never feel like oh shit, I can't handle this.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just
that's actually a quality which a lot of people don't have. So that's I get nervous. I like the Q&As. My biggest fear is that nobody shows up.
oh really?
Yeah, I think that is that's a big fear that no one will care.
Like, you're a fraud.
Yeah, you
No,
suck.
that's neither a Q nor an A.
I mean, I think once you walk in that room, you get introduced or whatever. Like that's the sure sign that like nobody cares anymore. So that's
Right.
definitely a fear. And like I didn't grow up as a public speaker. I'm not eloquent. I'm not. I don't find myself really that engaging. So I'm.
Says the guy with fucking 9 pods
Well,
a week.
I think that's why I do it because you don't need an audience. No one's asking you questions. You don't.
That's true. Yeah, and you never have to actually know the numbers. As far as you're concerned, it could be 1 million people out there.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's why I
Like
prefer
you're breaking the
pod.
Spotco bank with all the downloads.
Yeah. So I mean, to me it's tough doing it live. You want to make people laugh.
Sure.
Like you want to sound interesting and engaging. You don't want to bore people.
That's the thing. You just don't want them to be bored.
Yeah.
You can be funny. You can be interesting. You can be annoying. But
Yeah.
You just can't be boring. Boring's too much.
Exactly. So that's my main fears. But I think Walt is engaging. I think his
I do too,
I
but
think
I think his lack of confidence, though, would make people think he's not. Like I'm telling you, like we did when we went to Houston, when we did the
the live show,
Southwest
yeah.
tour years ago. The reason it went so south was first Q was wasted.
yeah never
and-
good. He's
And
kind of a
since
mean
I
drunk.
couldn't rely on him, I go to his Walt, and since Walt feels it like fucking like the wheels coming off, he shuts down.
Yeah.
Like he literally puts his head down at one point. I'm just like, what? I can't carry this entire thing by myself.
No.
I mean, I had to, but
Yeah.
but I'm telling stories about Toad over and over.
Right.
trying to finish my Toad stories. But you gotta fucking hand it to me. Like at least I didn't fucking throw up my hands and be like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. What do you
I
want to
just
talk about now?
Kept trucking along. Yeah.
It's like I was like, hold on, you guys did pay money for this, right? Was
Yeah,
like,
right.
all well, we should-
I mean, in retrospect, it wasn't really that bad. It like
No, and then you got like 2 pods out of it. So
3.
Yeah, 3
We did
pods out of
3.
it. That's right.
more than fucking making hay.
Yeah. And that was the other thing. I wish you would have come to Houston. Like I think you were going to grill people about how mean they were to you.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Or to make up for it.
Yeah, they kind of owed me. But yeah, I think Walt's very interesting and very engaging, and I mean, you hear it on Tell 'em Steve Dave. because no one else is there. He doesn't even like, and I agree. I'm not crazy about people coming to watch us do it.
Yeah, which is why they don't really. Yeah, you guys don't really let people do it anymore.
No, it's we've done it once in a while here and there.
Yeah,
but I like to do it for me, and I like to hang out with those guys and shoot the shit and not feel like, because there were times when it's like there would be like 10 people there.
Yeah, there would be like a crowd.
That's an audience at that point when you got 10 people.
Yeah, you might as well be doing it live and get paid for it at that point.
Like Walt was letting people in if they bought $10 worth of merchandise or something. It was weird, but it just he was like, it's just not worth it. You just want to sit there and feel like, because then you're also like, you can say anything you want and it can get cut later. Yeah, if you really need it to be,
Yeah, so I think he's great, but no matter how much I would tell him, no matter how much any of us tell him, like he's not going to listen to that. Yeah, he's still going to hate it. So yeah, we did do a panel, and the room was packed. I was
How many people?
It was. I mean, I don't have an exact count. I tried to count the seats later on because I'm not going to say whose name it was, but we moderated a panel, and there was like 1/8 of our audience.
Really?
Pretty well known guy too.
Really? You have to tell me once we're off mic.
Yeah, and since
what a loser.
Not to everybody,
was it Stanley?
But it was not Stanley. But there was at one point where I started counting the chairs, and I think it was like 250 people.
So you're counting the chairs while you're supposed to be doing a fucking panel?
Yeah, well, I let Mike do it, so I let Mike carry it. That's what. That's what he was. So he did a good job. It was a comic book based panel, so he.
Oh, okay.
It was all Mike, but I say about 250 people there. It was standing room, so there were people standing.
Wow, look at you guys!
It was
See,
pretty
you didn't
cool.
Need me.
Yeah, I would say maybe next to say William Shatner, we probably had the biggest panel there. So it was
Shatner, eh?
Yeah, and he's still doing these cons. So
does anyone ask him about the albums? Like,
oh God, no! I wish. I can't. I forgot about that. That Mr. Tambourine Man.
Yeah,
Mr.
Tambourine Man.
The 60s or 70s or whenever he made those were a weird time. There was also a point where we had someone volunteering and helping us out, and she brought her 89-year-old dad out. So,
wow.
World War II and Korean War veteran. A very spry guy.
You ever look at a guy like that and be like, it's disgusting what's happened. Like, he must just look around and been like as fucking angry and disgusted as I am about the current fucking environment of celebrity idolatry and fucking obsession with techno bullshit. Fucking people constantly look at their phones. This guy must really be.
Yeah, he's gone through 2 generations.
This is what bullshit. I fucking dodged bullets for.
Yeah. I think
this is what, like, my fucking friend, I used him as I've covered myself up with my dead friend.
Yes.
In a foxhole, so they thought I was dead.
Yes.
They shot anyway, and fucking, like, it zinged off my ear. See that piece of my ear's missing right there?
Yeah. Like, I just stabbed Germans and shit.
Yeah. Like, I stabbed a fucking kraut, gutted him. All for this?
Yeah.
For fucking Twitter, for Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell to be like, ooh, don't fucking tape celebrities if they're in accidents.
I'm sure he was thinking it.
Holy fuck.
He had to go through it twice, the flower children and all that shit. If that wasn't bad enough. Now you got people taking selfies. And
that dude's been fucking puking since 1967.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's grossed out at the fucking at what his country's become.
Yeah, so he was there, and he's old, so he was kind of sitting down, and at one point Shatner went up, and I think he shot him a dirty look for having the audacity to be in his way. On his way to the table.
Really? 89-year-old guy.
Shot him a dirty look. I think he felt bad later on when he looked at the hat the dude was wearing and it said Korean War veteran.
Really?
And I think he may have felt a little bad.
It would have been pretty good, though, if him and Shatner got into a fucking little fist fight.
Oh, it would have been 89 versus 82. I think the vet would have taken him.
You think so?
Sure, yeah.
He looked good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. But, back to the panel. Packed the room, so that was cool.
Okay.
For some reason, they only had 2 mics at this table.
2 mics?
Yeah, 2 microphones.
What is wrong with some of these fucking functions? I
don't know.
Like
they knew that we were coming.
More often than not, there's not enough mics.
Yeah.
There's not enough, or there's the mics don't work.
Yeah, that's happened many
happens,
times.
dude. It happens every time.
Yeah.
Even at fucking Asbury.
Yes.
Rob Bruce didn't have enough fucking mics for us.
Yeah, he knew.
It's like, what the fuck?
He knew we were coming. So that kind of so Walt kind of got his wish of being maybe not a focus. Like he didn't even need to have a microphone, so he didn't have to. So I kind of led the thing.
So Walt didn't have his own microphone?
Didn't have his own microphone.
He was probably happy, right? 'Cause
Oh yeah.
then he doesn't have to
But
talk
if you
so much.
looked at him right at the very beginning, you could tell like he wanted to crawl into a hole and get out of there.
He
Like,
wanted to get out of there,
He made
huh?
no secret about that, which was fine. And I think that got even worse when I opened up with a rap.
I heard
about
that,
how
I heard
you weren't
that
there and
you
shit.
were rapping about why I wasn't there.
Yeah. I think
Genius move, incidentally.
Well, I had also done it in Houston, so I don't know how genius it was. But
It wasn't the same rap, was it?
No,
Oh,
I wrote
okay.
I wrote a different one. About you getting caught to the border and ranting and raving, just like you were getting deli meat and shit like that. Like I made deli meat rhyme with something I can't remember now. It was something I wrote like 10 minutes before I got on there. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, why not? Like,
That's
why
pretty
not
funny.
bust that out?
He
But
must have been stunned.
He was, yeah. I don't know if he thought it was funny. I think he was just kind of like, oh my god. But I think he started warming up, especially as I started answering questions and he saw openings where he can make fun of me.
Right.
So I think that worked out.
Whoa. Slow down, dude.
Thank you.
Holy
Sorry.
shit.
Thanks. Sorry. Thanks. See, this is why I like. All right,
That's
thanks.
pretty fucking funny.
Dude,
Don't you
it-
dare cut that out.
No, I'm not cutting that out, dude. Like literally, just literally stopped. So
Like he fucking
yeah,
doesn't
all right,
see
thanks.
this.
Thank you.
Traffic's fucking at a dead stop.
You're good. You're a good partner, dude. All right.
Yeah,
so,
see, I'm a good fucking co-pilot. Don't you think? I was wondering this recently. Don't you think like his claim way back when? I remember me and him were on the bus. We were doing the tour. This is years ago.
Yeah.
We were doing the Southwest tour, and he goes, not even really talking to me. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only normal man in the world.
yeah, that's a famous quote.
Yeah.
TSD
And
lore.
he's gone on to say that like Sunday Jeff may be a little bit more normal than he is. But to me, you take a huge chunk out of your normal credibility when you have those beliefs about a sports team.
Yes.
Like when you're that fucking worked up, whether a sports team is winning or losing, when you believe in the bad luck omens
Yeah,
and the good luck
jinxes
shit,
and good luck
jinxes, all that
charms and
stuff.
shit.
When he was genuinely like he gets annoyed with me a bit. He was genuinely mad at me when I followed the LA Kings on our Twitter account.
Yeah.
He was really
yeah,
mad.
He was not happy.
I was like,
2012 Stanley Cup playoffs. Yes.
Yep.
Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah.
because I was like pretending I was rooting for them. And I mean, he has to know. He definitely knows I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
He definitely knows.
absolutely. So it shouldn't.
But he was really mad at me.
He
He
was.
didn't think it was funny. He was like, "What's a joke? I don't get the joke." Like he was emailing me. He was so fucking pissed. He said shit that I was like, "Wow." Like I can't believe you're saying this over something that he took it so personally that I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
He was mad. I remember somebody had sent in 3 Devils hats as gifts, and I was gonna reach over and check him out. He was like, "Whoa! Those hats don't get moved until the finals are over."
It's
Are you-
bizarre.
Like, are you kidding me?
Suddenly that means something.
Like out of all the stuff that he makes, all the things that I do that he thinks is fucked up, like that's like that's acceptable.
well, you remember I wasn't allowed to be on Puck Nuts.
Yeah, he didn't want you on Puck. If you remember, yeah, we did some episode of Puck Nuts during the playoffs,
I have to say, like
and he was like, "I don't want him here." I'm like, "Okay."
I don't mean to. There's. I don't want it to sound the wrong way that I'm like, well, I'm glad they lost. But to me, I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
They lost. So me being there fucking didn't mean anything.
Right.
But then I think he turned it into something else I had done. But of course, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that definitely takes away from the normality of a man. When you get that worked up about
Well,
sports
that
stuff.
and taking special trips to Golden Corral and the Mall of America, but they make some damn good stories. So I'm not gonna.
One thing I'll give to him though, he never is like we. That always fucking drove me crazy. We had a friend who always refer to like we won.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We're doing
for
this.
the sports teams.
We're
No, never.
yeah, we're doing that, and he
No,
never does that.
That's lame.
And I think actively like loathes that whole.
Oh yeah,
we
that
thing.
kind of fandom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's silly.
It is.
It's just silly.
It's yeah. It's absolutely yeah. It sucks. It's painful to watch. Yeah. So I didn't tell. Yeah, I don't even know if he had a good time or not.
So what did you do while you were in Niagara? Did you do anything fun?
I did. Here's the thing.
Well, Mike has his family. Walt has his family.
Yeah. So
who
what
he's
did I
supposed to
do?
do stuff with?
Yeah. What did I do?
It would have been me and you. What if I did come with you? I was like, yeah, dude, let's go. So
Yeah.
like we're going up there. Right before we crossed the border, I'm like, I know how to tell you before, but I couldn't get my passport. So I'm just going to hide in the trunk. Just put some clothes on me.
Would I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Would you try to
Yeah.
like get me over the
Yeah.
border?
Yeah. Yeah. Because what else am I going to do? Leave you there? You know, like, all right, can you get a hotel and chill out for 3 days?
The questions would be non-fucking stop. They would be like, there's just no way. There's no way this is the real reason.
Yeah.
Like that he couldn't get his passport in time, but he really wants to go to a comic book show.
I would have. Yeah, I would have done. I think my personal record is clean enough where I think I could have gotten across with.
But then I got to go back
questions.
to United States.
Oof,
That's a little
oof.
tougher, probably.
It is. It's much tougher.
So really, I mean, we never actually got to the evolution of you as
Oh right, as me.
from Meatball to Ming.
All right. So
Which I gotta say now, like you seem like a different guy to me. Like confidence is way higher. You've maintained the shape. Like way back when you first started working there,
yeah.
we all were working out at the same time.
Yeah,
we all
but
got into
all
shape.
independent of each other, though,
Yeah.
which was weird.
Yeah, it was me, you, my brother Darren.
It's not like we ever talked about it; it just happened.
No, Amy. Everybody kind of like was getting into shape at the same time. Everybody wasn't feeling good about themselves, and it just sort of worked out that way. You maintained it. I don't know about Amy. I haven't seen her in a long time. Certainly, I haven't. So you got that, and now I just see you constantly out there doing. I was told Walt the other day on Tell Him Steve Dave. I was like, I see a picture. He's floating around on a piece of wood in the middle of the water.
Oh yeah.
Walt thinks you're surfing. I'm like, no, he's not surfing. It's a piece of, it's a log. Like it looks like one of those logs that like hillbillies like they do that fucking
Yeah,
like that
it was
roll.
a stand-up paddleboard, but yeah, might as well have been a log.
Oh,
sure.
was it?
Yeah.
Like what do you do? What do
You can you stand up on it and you paddle out as if they do it in Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a lot of fun if you like the water.
So you do it in the ocean?
You do it in the ocean. You can do it. I did it in It was more of a lake that fed into the ocean. I don't know what you call that, but
So you stand up on this paddle board and
yeah,
you just
you can paddle around. And a while ago, somebody had discovered you could do yoga on this thing. Like
So that's what you do? You're doing
that's what I
yoga?
did. Yeah, I wanted to try it out. It was my first time I did it. A friend of mine invited me out, and she's an instructor. And yeah, one day I was like, "What the hell?"
it's
Yeah,
always
let's do it.
she too. That's the other thing. That's the other thing I
yeah.
think people wonder about you. Like you're not gay.
No, I'm not.
Yet every single one of your friends,
A majority, yeah.
for the most part, like when I
female.
hear you're hanging out with somebody,
female,
it's almost always a girl.
yes.
Almost always. So
Many of them, very attractive, I would say. Sure.
yeah,
cool.
I met somebody at the coffee shop the other day. She's like, "Oh,
Ming says hi."
Yeah, Ming says hi. I'm friends with Ming, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, "You got to be kidding me."
Yeah.
What is it? How is it that you're always hanging around with these hotties? And does the lovely Debbie Chen does she give you shit for it?
She gives me shit.
Does she
sure.
know?
She's not jumping up and down, but I think she knows me well enough where I'm not freaking like grabbing them and.
You're like, you don't understand, Debbie. They won't give me anything.
Yeah, well, there is that. Sure. And
I don't know.
I'm not staring at them like an asshole at the stratosphere.
Right. You're respectful. Yeah,
I'm
you
very
wait till they turn their heads. And
Yeah,
then you fucking
exactly. Then
stare
I'll
at 'em.
smack their ass and blame the guy who just passed by.
I think that's one of these fucking misconceptions of females these days is that the world is eventually going to turn into a place. Not all females, some females. The world is eventually going to turn into a place where like everyone's supposed to ignore their biological fucking destiny.
Right.
Like guys aren't going to fucking hit on girls. Guys aren't going to look at a girl and be like, "Oh wow, she's hot," or
Yeah.
"She's not," or whatever, It's just it's weird. This climate that we're in now. I don't like the way it's going.
Yeah, I don't like it. It seems. Yeah, it's really not that fun.
I feel like that 89-year-old dude, Korean war vet. That's not what he fought for.
No.
He didn't fight for us all to become one fucking sex, so we all have the same fucking feelings and emotions and
that's
reactions and all this other shit. It's just not the way it is.
Not how it is. It's not how it is.
I don't know why. I don't know how this came to be. This whole fucking like honestly, like it does seem like it's almost like the idea is that like they're you're being feminized,
Right.
you know, like there's no room for the fucking for the man, and I'm not talking about in a chauvinistic, misogynistic
I mean,
bullshit
there's
way,
plenty of that
but
bullshit
it's
out
just
there.
like you can't ignore the biological drive. You can't ignore what like has been in your fucking DNA, your programming for years, which is to look at someone and find them attractive, not attractive, whatever.
Right.
It doesn't mean you're like, hey, mama, shake your ass, whatever. Like, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, that's being an asshole.
That's a dickhead thing to do. I don't do that.
No.
Not all men. Hashtag not all men.
Yes. New hashtag. But yes, I have a lot of female friends.
Yeah, so you have a lot of female friends, Ming, and this
Yeah, I think I prefer hanging around women.
was a. I know on a personal level, any psychiatrist, any counselor I've ever had,
Yeah.
I like for them to be women. I don't know, for some reason I don't want.
Yeah, or you're a masseuse or whatever.
Oh, well, obviously that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a prostitute. I usually prefer them to be women.
I think for me, the female, they just tend to be more fun to hang around. I think I'm fairly active.
Do you
so
pretend you're gay? Like, do they all think you're
no,
gay?
no, I don't think so. I think I make it painfully obvious. I try to convince them. They may not be convinced,
Yeah.
but I'm fairly active. Like I'll run and do yoga and shit. And
Right.
For the most part,
Are there a lot of guys in your yoga class?
not really. I mean, you'll see them, and they're regular people.
Yeah. They gay?
I think some of them probably are. Yeah, not
Yeah.
all of them, but
You got to suss them out, right?
yeah, I guess so. Get them out. Yeah, get them out of there. So
Chase them
we're doing shit like that, like running. Like I prefer to, I'll run by myself, but it's fun to have somebody else with that same interest, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now, Debbie Chen doesn't have these interests
Not
for the most part.
not as much as not as much as I do.
You're not going to catch her sailing around on a paddleboard.
Probably not.
for no
Although
reason.
I may get her on one this summer. I've been trying.
Yeah?
It was just that was so much fun. That
But do you
everybody
ask her
should
and
do
she
this.
says no? Like, ask her to do these things and
it's
she's
not
like,
that.
nah.
It's not that. It's she watches the kids while I'm out doing all this shit, and she
Wow.
does it. She likes doing it.
See, this is a thing, man. Some people may look
And
at
you
you and
could
be
be
like,
like-
"Oh, he's faggy," but really, you're lowering the boom at home. You're like, "Bitch, you're gonna stay here. You're gonna make my fucking
I'm gonna
dinner.
go
You're
run
gonna
out
watch
on a
these
log,
fucking kids.
and I'm gonna be freaking
Yeah.
watching chicks bending over and shit.
I'm gonna
Hell
float
yeah.
around on this fucking piece of wood out here for a
Yeah.
little while.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Then
do
I'm
it.
gonna go do some fucking.
And-
I'm gonna stand on my head for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Check out some asses upside down. Then
Right.
maybe I'll come home.
Right. Yes. No.
And then you get home and
get home.
she
Like,
yells
"Bitch,
at you.
cook me dinner."
Yeah, and it's like fucking
Kiss my grits.
in Goodfellas.
Yes.
When the mom starts yelling and you just walk away laughing.
Yeah.
Henry!
What kind of people do this? Go out all night. Come
What kind of
home?
people are these?
Yeah, what kind of people are these, Henry? That's such a great scene. Such a great scene. Yeah, you're not that far off, but no, my wife.
Your father hasn't been able to digest
Yeah,
a meal
I
in
know.
months.
What kind of people are these? My wife genuinely loves being a mother, and does a great job at it.
Yeah.
And we do shoot together. Obviously, I am with my family. Maybe it's not as much as I should be right now at this moment in my life. Probably not. I'm going to fucking
Yeah.
Boston with you, but
Well, you're working though. See, something like this.
Yeah.
I think this is more. This is easier to legitimize than, say, going to a fucking karaoke bar and singing fucking karaoke with Mike Zapsik.
right, sure. Oh, absolutely.
Or any of these other like
Absolutely.
silly endeavors.
Yes.
Now, let's say Debbie Chen. It's flipped and reversed, and she's like, "Hey, I'm going to go hang out with my friend John I want to go hang around with my friend Bob.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that, or I'd go
Would you
with
really?
her, or I mean, it depends. You know, I gotta make sure Bob's not an guys in general tend to be assholes.
It's highly likely that these guys, like, you got to worry more about these guys
Then
than
absolutely.
these girls have to worry about you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. You've met some of them. There's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
It's really nothing to worry.
We're talking about. I'm best friends with some of them.
Yes.
What are you talking about, huh?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There's that.
Hashtag not all men.
Yeah.
Nah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. I'd be
Girl
cool.
BQ.
You know, my wife. She has gone out, not as much as I had. And I'd be cool with it.
Yeah. I like hanging out with Debbie Chun.
Yeah. My wife's a fun person to hang
Yeah.
out with. She's
very sweet. She's very fun. I like her a lot. She's a great personality.
Yeah, and she'll, usually when we're together, you'll make fun of me, and she'll she'll laugh along right
I'll
with
tell you what, man. One of the funniest fucking things I ever saw was, it doesn't sound that funny, but in the moment, it was just making me laugh. Was we went to, it's like this fall festival we go to, at the Thompson Park or whatever.
Yeah, like Thompson Park Day. Yes.
And one year they had all this dried corn. They had taken all this dried corn, and they would not stop throwing corn kernels at you.
Yeah, my
trying
wife,
to throw them in your mouth.
my kids.
Yeah, your wife and kids were there trying to throw them in your mouth.
I was
trying
wearing
to
a
throw them down
hoodie.
your
They were
shirt.
trying to fill up the hoodie.
Holy shit! They just wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
They were doing it for so fucking long.
I mean, they were doing it for days afterwards. They were finding corn kernels at the house, and they would chuck it at me and laugh.
Oh,
And
God.
at that point, it had gotten old. But
I don't know. I think I'd still be laughing if I were there. I mean, that fucking made me laugh. Just how they wouldn't stop.
yeah,
Even there.
it was funny. So when I was in Niagara Falls, I met Claudia Wells, who plays Marty McFly's girlfriend in the first Back to the Future, Jennifer Parker.
The first girlfriend.
Yes.
So the one who turned her back on Hollywood, right?
I don't know if she turned her back. I mean, if you read IMDb, she couldn't do the second and third. Her mother got sick.
Her mom
with
got
cancer
sick
or
and she opened a
something.
clothing store, like an Armani.
She did, yeah.
Exchange or
How'd you
something,
know
right?
this?
I don't know. I'm not sure how I know this, but
Wow, all right. So I met her. Really, really, really sweet woman. Really, such a peach.
did you grab her ass?
I didn't. I didn't grab her ass. Did I? Did I stare at her for maybe longer than I should have? Perhaps.
How old is she now? She's got to be 40s.
47, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
she did Back to
What
the
an
Future
old
when
crow.
she was 18. She still looks good.
I imagine.
But I ended up one of the nights I saw her at the bars, I started hanging out with her, and we were talking about like L.A. and just life in general, and then there was a point where
Do you know Ben Affleck owes me a fucking trip to Las
I
Vegas?
know, like I had a couple beers and things got out of hand. But at one point, she started imparting her knowledge about fame and the pitfalls and stuff.
What the fuck? She did one movie, right?
She did that. She
How
did some
could she
TV,
know that much?
Did some TV
You
shows
should know
and
more.
I suppose. But there, she got to a point. She was like, "Listen, I go to a lot of these cons. I meet a lot of dudes, and I see a lot of guys in your position, and I just want you to be careful."
Does she have experience with turning her back on the ring?
She may have, yes.
Really?
I don't know, but she was imparting her wisdom to me, and I appreciated it. I never really gave like really deep thought into that, but she could be right.
Well,
one day I might
you don't
drink too
have
much
to
and-
though, because
No, I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
oh yeah, because I mean, you know by now, like if there's any part of you at your age, at your station, that you're like, oh man, I had no idea I was going to be on TV. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten married. Maybe these fucking two kids right here, they're a mistake.
Right.
Like, that's not you. You're not
It's
going to
not-
say
no,
that.
it's
You're not
not
going to
me.
do that. And
But
if
I
there's
think she
any
was
part
telling
of
me
you,
there are. She was like, listen, there are guys some guys at this very con, even that
Did she
I've
name
seen.
names?
She didn't name names.
oh god damn it.
But I think you can look at the list and maybe
She's like
take
Walt
some guesses.
Flanagan?
Yeah, Walt Flanagan, Mike Zapsik. Mike Zapsik tried to bed me last night and I refused.
Oh wow! What is it? She was like, she didn't know like you were on Comic Book Man. She's like, there's this one creepy guy. He's on like Comic Book Guys or I don't know some show. Mike Zapsik.
Yeah, asked to see
Zappic,
Mike
whatever.
Zapsik asked to see my tits last night. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
like he followed me back to my hotel room. Cheesy lines.
Yeah, but I
So gross.
I appreciated that actually. So, but I was not what I was expecting, and
Yeah. Well, you're expecting. Did you think she was gonna? Was there any part of you that's like, oh man,
Wait, is she trying to?
She's like, there's a lot of guys, things like this.
Yeah, like like you, like you maybe.
Women like me.
No, I don't think so. And the preface
Couples like us.
The preface is, I don't think I was throwing out any vibes like this either, where she was like, "Fuck off!" Like you don't give me your advice, don't ruin your marriage, and you ain't getting none tonight. So, but
so you appreciated the advice that was fucking pretty much obvious and common sense.
Sure, but still, she, as a woman, hammered it into my head. So I.
Do you think?
that.
So you don't think it was her being like, "Dude, just don't try anything on me"?
There may have been a piece of that.
I think that could be it, man. And nothing against you. It could be like maybe guys are just constantly, which it's got to be that way.
Yeah.
I mean, girls get hit on a lot.
Yeah.
So someone in her position who like maybe there's like, I mean, she's got to be a lesser known. Like I get she was in Back to the Future, but
pretty big movie.
Oh, it was a huge movie. But when that's the only movie you did, and that's in 1986,
right?
That's dude. That's almost 30 years ago.
It was. That will be 30, next year. It'll be 30 years. I think you're not as moved by fame as I am, but the other part of me was like, "Holy shit! It's Jennifer Parker? It's Claudia Wells from Back to the Future."
Oh,
there's
well, you love that movie, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I do.
Like I liked that movie. I don't know who I could like.
I did love it. I still love it. Time travel and anything with time travel, and it was that period in the 80s, and there were a lot of things I love about that movie.
I mean, I think though of like girls, like when I was a teenager, when I was even late teens, even girls that were in movies that I would be like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking to her. I mean, look at like they must look a mess at this point.
Yeah,
I look a mess. Like, so if they're fucking 10 years, 20 years older than me,
yeah,
you're talking about somebody in their 60s, right? Like, let's say Phoebe Cates.
Yes. Oh yeah. She's
she's still fucking smoking.
She is.
She's a good-looking woman.
She is. But I think of her back to Fast Times. That's my picture of her.
Oh sure.
Or even Gremlins.
I think I read somewhere that movie on VHS was returned more with that scene still queued up.
Oh yeah.
And with the tape broken at that point.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing that her face is fucking perfect too when she walks in on Brad fucking masturbating.
Yeah.
God. Her face is like, that's the face you never want to see a girl make at you.
Oh god, yeah, never.
Just total.
Never, or a dude for that matter.
Yeah, I mean anybody, but completely disgusted and creeped out.
Right.
Like you're like, oh.
Like, oh, like, yeah. Yeah, I hope to never see that face. But
yeah, that was that would be terrible. I couldn't even take it now, let alone back then. Well, was it like this? It is weird. Like he was supposed to be a teenager.
Oh yeah, he looks like
37. Yeah, I was gonna say he looks like he's in his mid-30s.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I don't know who I would be impressed to be like. I can't believe I'm sitting here. Like I heard you guys. I gotta admit, I judged you guys a little bit when I heard about the Houston. You guys are by the green room, and I mean you're in the green room, and then you follow some girl to the bathroom.
Oh, it was Ming Na, yeah.
Ming Na
Wen, yeah.
What's she do? She's
she's in the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is pretty big right now.
Oh, okay.
She's like the voice of Mulan if you're a Disney fan. For me, I saw her in this movie called The Joy Luck Club, which was Asian-centric.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
And
she's in a movie called Mulan Yan? What's that?
Mulan. Mulan.
That's
the Disney movie. She did
that shit's
the voice.
racist.
Yeah, she was on ER for like 100 episodes. So
ER, I don't know. I don't know why I never heard of her, but
yeah, I think she's cool. But yeah, there was a moment where we followed her to the bathroom.
You guys like geeked out. That's kind of weird. Hanging out by a bathroom.
And then she came out, and that's when we accosted her. But she was totally cool about it.
Yeah.
It was after that, which I thought was funny. The main lead from he was the dude who was in the Avengers movie, and he's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came by, and Mike got speechless.
Really?
He froze. And at that point, he froze.
Jesus.
At that point, I was like, I'm talking to Ming now. I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to say hi to him and try to get a picture. So I did, and we got a group shot with both of them.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. Like if you saw the line in Houston to get their autograph and get their photos.
Yeah. You're going to take this opportunity.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. I asked you earlier. You said I don't think you said you had ever heard of Big Freedia.
No, who's a Big Freedia?
Big Freedia. This is one of those things where like I'm trying to find a cartoon for stage, and I just happened to cross it, and it's called Big Freedia, the Queen of Bounce, and it's a reality show that takes place down in New Orleans, and bounce is a type of music or dance, I guess, maybe
Okay.
both, and it's basically when mostly black girls, they'll lean up against a wall,
Yes.
or they'll get down on all fours and they like shake their ass
Yes, I've
super
seen
fast. That I guess is bounce, and then they like scuttle across the stage. They look like crabs and shit.
Yeah, that's Bounce.
So Big Freedia, Queen of Bounce, is this huge black gay guy who dresses not really like a woman, but definitely like, he'll wear makeup and he has earrings. Like he's not like overly but feminine a little bit, I
Yeah.
guess. As feminine as a huge black guy can
calling
be.
himself Frida too. So
Seems like a perfectly nice person. Seems to have a good attitude, positive. Seems to be nice from what I can gather on this show. But the music, I'm just like, I don't understand the music. It's this weird like beat, and he just starts going. He'll go Duffy, 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 Duffy. It's like that's his new video,
That's
Duffy,
yeah.
and he just keeps repeating the word Duffy.
That's the song.
I watched the video. I swear to Christ, I thought I was gonna go into seizures like a fucking Pokemon
So wait,
cartoon
this is a
or something.
TV show?
It's a reality show on Fuse TV. Now, I'm like, Fuse is actually producing reality shows. This is the second season.
Wow.
It's
Big Freedia got 2 seasons.
it's airing at 11 o'clock, and I'm wondering, I'm like, how much can this person be getting paid? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, is it close to what we're making? Is it more than what we're making? I don't know.
It could be.
I really want to know.
And
Because it would be crazy. Oh, I got to find the ratings. You're good at that. I can never find ratings.
yeah.
But I want to find the ratings to Big
I'll-
Freedia. But it wasn't engaging enough. And it usually doesn't take a lot with me. I mean, I watched an
Oh, yeah.
entire fucking season of Gypsy Weddings.
Yes.
But I still couldn't get into it enough that I watched the whole season. I watched a couple episodes.
Oh, and why would you? Your time is valuable.
Yeah, I reported back to Troy and told him about
Okay,
Big
you got a bad TV buddy. So.
Yeah, talked about Big Freedia for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a really weird message that's being put out there where, like, don't objectify women. And then you have these girls, their only job is to shake their ass faster than the speed of sound. And
Get judged
he's
for
walking
it.
by, and I guess it's because he's gay, he can get away with it, but he's smacking their asses.
Yeah.
And they tear their shorts, so like the
cheeks are hanging out and shit.
their cheeks are hanging out, like the little rounded parts all
Yes.
popping out, and they had a little girl doing it too.
Oh.
But to their credit, she was in like baggy shorts. Like
Okay.
she was,
All right,
she wasn't
booty
shaking her
shorts.
ass either.
All right.
No, she wasn't in booty shorts. It was very appropriate for. And then
Right. So she's in this environment.
yeah, I mean, if you're going to be in this environment, the outfit and the way she was being treated was about as appropriate as you can get. And then they go out and they're going to make a video, and they're doing it guerrilla style, which tells me they probably don't have a bunch of money. And they just stop traffic, and they're all in the middle of the road.
Bouncing.
Yes, doing this bounce like they're shaking their ass, Duffy, 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 and jumping around, and then he's doing it, and it's a whole thing.
We
Dude,
might
it's
have
a
to
whole
find Big
fucking thing.
Frida. We're going down to New Orleans, I think, in December.
I know
have
we
to-
do. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, well, let's go. Let's have lunch with Big Frida.
Yeah,
I would
let's go
hang out
find-
with her or
yeah.
him, whatever they prefer. I don't know.
Let's go find Big Frida.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Big Frida comic book men crossover. I can see it now.
Yeah.
He just takes Mike against his will.
Oh, yeah, we never see him
It's like,
again.
I like you, Mike.
Michael Zapiak.
Or even weirder, like Mike's like, I just never saw this in my future, but
but I feel comfortable.
I
This is
feel
what
really
I was
good.
born to do.
Yeah, I feel like. And then Mike's like Duffy. He's got booty shorts on, dancing. Big Freedia slapping his ass. I'm living in fucking Mike's old house with the wife and kids. I'm like a roommate now.
Mike gets his own show.
Yeah, Mike doesn't care that I'm living there. He's got Big Freedia. What does he fucking care about the kids and the wife for anymore? Come on, you're supposed to say, tell him, Steve Dave.
Oh, sorry. Tell him, Steve Dave.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.